One of the great joys of travel is to wake up in a new place. It was a joy to open my eyes and see the amazing views in the morning sunshine as Edvard Grieg celebrated the morning. At the age of 20, he lived here for 3 years. That was 1863, and the skyline is almost unchanged. We just spent an interlude day in Malmö, in Sweden, across the water, and today the plan was to enjoy Christianshavn, known as Copenhagen's little Amsterdam, smack bang in the center of the city and surrounded by water. It was founded in the early 17th century by Christian IV and occupied by the wealthy. Inspired by Dutch cities like Amsterdam, it still has that feel to it. The canals still giving it a wonderful atmosphere. We'd already traveled through these canals on the boat, and now we got a chance to explore the place a little on foot. It's surely one of those places that make me want to move here. For much of the 20th century, a little run down. It was developed in the 1970s and is now a sought-after place to live, with residents proud of their neighborhood. On a warm, relaxing summer's day like today, it was indeed full of life. And as the canal boat passed us, I realized both ways of seeing this place are interesting and fun and give a different aspect. But it's time to explore. Believe it or not, our plan is to go to the top of this building, the Church of Our Saviour. Famous for its spire and external winding staircase that can be climbed right to the top.
We just went up all the way 398 steps to the top.
Yeah, and it felt like 398 steps, let me tell you.
The view is worth it, definitely.
So we got in line to climb 398 steps, and like the girls said, the view was well worth it. Could even see the bridge to Sweden, though as we got to the very top, it was very narrow. What a view over the city. Even from this height, we see the green spires of Copenhagen and a great overview of the way the city is laid out. We had seen the view from the canals, and now we were able to see the views from above. After climbing 398 steps, we were ready for another great Danish lunch.
About to have some Danish food right by the canal.
I love the variety of the open sandwiches, usually 3 different things to enjoy, and we augmented it with mussels and fries. So we sat and enjoyed the food, the view, and the sunshine. From there we walked across the bridge toward Christiansborg with the intention of finding another recommended coffee shop. Passing the stock exchange and the palace, and some interesting views. Though the sun had disappeared and it became a little chilly, as the canal boat passed us again, I was glad we had had good weather the day before. Destination: the Copenhagen Coffee Lab. Nice place and the best coffee so far. Being just opposite the palace, we decided to visit. It's a picturesque location and is indeed an imposing building. Our interlude in the coffee shop had given the sun time to reappear, and we were soon happily shooting the beautiful sights. This is Christianborg Palace, built in 1746 by Christian VI. Inside there is much for the visitor to explore. Then we made our way to the courtyard. If the visitor has time, one can see the reception rooms, the ruins, the royal stables, climb the tower, and visit the museum. King Christian IX's equestrian statue is prominent in the courtyard.
Well, this is Christiansborg Palace, the only place in the world with all three seats of government in one place.
We exited via the showgrounds and stables, through two marble pavilions, then over a marble bridge that crossed the canal that we had come down on our boat trip. We then made our way to the square outside the city hall. The Scandic Hotel, very prominent here, right next to the famous Tivoli Gardens. The centerpiece being the majestic City Hall. So we sat and watched life go on in Copenhagen. It was fun watching this little girl feeding the pigeons. Got a chance to get some close-up shots. The modern designs of the buildings opposite, in great contrast to the old style. Then we continued our walk and came across another beautiful square. There are many places like this in the city where people just take time to sit and relax. Have a drink, enjoy the evening. It's 6 o'clock, and though we're tempted by the Chinese food, we have decided unanimously to return to the Kobenhavn cafe to enjoy another Danish treat. And here it is: herring, salmon, roast pork, red cabbage, beef, fried fish, potato salad, cheese, bacon and mushrooms, and great bread. As we left, a procession of vintage cars passed us, strangely all American. Master Troll was watching too. We then walked through the city in the evening sun. though it showed no signs of slowing down. Many people out to enjoy the nice evening. We slowly made our way back to the metro station. A wonderful day in a wonderful city. Next day we were greeted by another sunny day as we walked through the parks on our way to see the celebrated Little Mermaid. Nate trying to get some good shots. It's certainly a great day for photography. And here she is, the most photographed person in Denmark. I couldn't help notice as I filmed that I heard about 10 different languages being spoken around me. It's actually been attacked and defaced many times. Hans Christian Andersen said, "A mermaid has no tears. Vandalism, therefore, she suffers so much more." We then just sat and enjoyed the moment. This part of the city is a very scenic place, especially in the sunshine. From there we walked over to the nearby Castellet or Citadel. It's a great example of a star fort, a kind of fortification that was built to combat large guns, as the triangular bastions are able to provide cover for each other. It's a marvelous building and looks great from the air, where its geometric star shape and overlapping fortifications are clearly visible. Building began in 1626, and many times it's been indispensable in the defense of the city. The surrounding gardens are also well worth a visit, and we thoroughly enjoyed the walk through them. We then walked back to Nyhavn for our final shots before catching the evening flight back to England. Now that was some visit.